Hey everybody, this is Jay, and I want to spend just a few minutes with you to talk about the new SBA Express Loan Program. As shared here on the screen, this is a great way for startups and early stage businesses to access up to $150,000 very quickly. And as I think you may know, our technical advisory team all used to work for the SBA. And I really believe that the SBA's 7A Express loans are some of the best kept secrets in terms of small business finance. So while we're only able to get up to $150,000 from this tranche of financing, this could just be the initial tranche, and then we can go after other types of capital afterwards. Also, I'll be the first to admit that the SBA does loan more than $150,000, up into the millions actually. But there's different SBA funding programs, and then different banks operate differently. So our strategic relationship with the specific bank for this program does have a hard cap of $150,000, but don't let that be too negative. There's a number of positive attributes that we'll go through. As I briefly mentioned before, who should participate? Entrepreneurs seeking an initial tranche of funding up to $150,000 of capital to start or grow a small business. Now, we can be pre-formation, we can be early stage, we can be startup, we can even be mature, but you can't be too early in the process to qualify for the SBA Express program. As we know and is stated here, according to the SBA, having adequate access to capital is one of the biggest challenges to entrepreneurs in reaching their potential. So this program can contribute towards having the capital you need to start, grow, and thrive. We do have a technical advisory team of business paralegals, all of which have worked for the SBA and or SBDC, and so we have created many loan packages. And so we know exactly what the bank is looking for, and that's often the missing ingredient. Frequently, I'll have small businesses say, well, I need capital, but I can't get approved. In many cases, it's because either you're going after the wrong type of capital or you're not properly prepared, and having a loan package is essential. And we'll talk more about what that includes. What's important about the SBA Express Loan Program is that we have a contract with the bank. So we know exactly what they're looking for, exactly the forms and the content. So we can make it very easy, very simple, very streamlined, because we have a very laser focused approach. Now, we received a grant, and the great news is that you automatically qualify for the grant. So the cost of building the loan package is normally $2,500. The grant will cover $1,500 of that, so that reduces your portion considerably. And then of your portion, which is $999.99, what the grant doesn't cover, we split that. We only ask for half of that up front as a retainer, and then you don't even pay the other half until after you get your funding. So it doesn't get any better than that. So let's scroll down. So as we see here on the screen, we could help you fund your future with an SBA loan from an experienced banking partner devoted to your success. And so the bank that we're working with is one of the largest SBA lenders in the United States. They have a department specifically focused on this program, SBA 7A Express loans of $150,000 or less. We're getting approvals in the same day, guys. In many cases, an hour or two if we apply in the morning. And the funding is fast, in only 10 days, technically 10 business days. Okay. So what I mentioned before is it's really important to understand that you need a lender compliant loan package to be approved. And I know a lot of small businesses think, well, I don't want a loan package, I just want funding. But it doesn't work that way, okay? We have to show that we're qualified and credible enough to get approved, or we don't get the funding. It's that simple. So there's 3 steps to that process: a desire for capital, being qualified for the capital, and getting funded. Where a lot of small businesses fail is they skip the middle step. Oh, I want money, I need money, just give it to me. Well, it doesn't work that way, okay? So our team's going to help you build out the business plan. We know exactly what this lender wants, and frankly, it's a 1-page business plan. They don't want 2 pages. They don't want 3 pages. Again, we've got a contract with them. We have all the information so we can help create the loan package specifically as they require. Okay, so we'll put together the financial projections and then put together the support documentation that's needed. You might say, well, how long does that take? In most cases, we can pull this together in less than a week. So we need about a week to get this prepared, and then we can apply for funding. As I stated before, we're typically getting the same day approvals, and then they need 10 days to fund it, but that's 10 business days. So what are some things you should know? Number one, quick approvals. We've talked about the same day as the application. Now, if we're working together and we don't get the application ready until 4 p.m. local time, it's not going to be approved the same day. Okay, it's going to be the next business day, but in general, same day. Fast funding, which we talked about 10 days, but it's 10 business days, so you have to count in weekends and holidays. Now, it is true that startup businesses can qualify. Let's see. So sometimes, a lot of people have misinformation about SBA loans, and they'll say things like, oh, startups can't qualify, you have to be in business at least 2 years. Well, that's not true. The SOP, the Standard Operating Procedures of the SBA, states what the requirements are, but the SBA is the guarantor. You are always working through a bank or a lending partner, okay? They have their own underwriting criteria. So when you hear misinformation like, oh, you have to be in business 2 years to get an SBA loan, that might be true for the given bank, but that is not true for the SBA, and it's definitely not true for our banking partner. Now, after that, of course, you have to be a U.S.-based business, and as I mentioned before, if $150,000 is not enough, we could start with that initially and then go after additional funding later. We offer no risk to you because we have a written guarantee, of course. People always, typically they'll ask, well, what about credit? What about credit? What about credit? Well, the SBA uses a different credit scoring algorithm, and it's called a FICO SBSS. And guys, we only need a 165 out of 300, okay? And there's only one or two scenarios. Either you meet that or we'll help you meet that. So no worries about credit. It's a very streamlined process. So I encourage you to give this a try. If you're looking for funding to start or grow a business, this is a proven, incredible way. We got tons of success stories. There's no question that the SBA sets aside billions of dollars every year to help small businesses like yours. There's absolutely no doubt that there are qualified banks like our preferred banking partner that is actively facilitating and lending money. And we certainly have the competency to help you as a technical advisor team put together your loan package and help you get qualified. So again, any questions, concerns, you can email us at j@jempowers.com. And we sure look forward to helping you get your capital. Okay, so have a great day. Thank you very much.